This is IGN. Nintendo's live-action Legend of Zelda movie is now shooting in New Zealand. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, Warner Bros. Discovery has announced a new Gremlins movie due out in 2027. During a financial call, David Zaslav, CEO and president of Warner Bros. Discovery, said the new Gremlins movie will launch on November 19, 2027, with Steven Spielberg involved as an executive producer. Original Gremlins writer Chris Columbus returns to both direct and executive produce this new entry in the series. Plot details and cast information remain under wraps. Gremlins is a much-loved 1984 comedy horror movie written by Columbus and starring Zach Galligan, Phoebe Cates, and Hoyt Axton. It tells the story of Billy Peltzer, who receives Gizmo the Mogwai as a pet as a Christmas present from his father. After getting wet, Gizmo spawns more gremlins who go on to terrorize the fictional snowy American town of Kingston Falls, Pennsylvania. Gremlins 2, The New Batch, followed in 1990, with Zach Galligan and Phoebe Cates reprising their roles, this time with the Gremlins causing havoc in New York. And that's where the Gremlins movie series ends, with a prequel animated series coming out in 2023. Season 1 Gremlins Secrets of the Mogwai is set in 1920s Shanghai, China, and tells the story of how 10-year-old Sam Wing met Gizmo. Season 2 Gremlins The Wild Batch came out last year. And K-pop Demon Hunters is, unshockingly, getting a sequel, but it's going to take a bit of time to make, so you're not going to see it until 2029. This news comes from Variety, following reports earlier this year that K-pop Demon Hunters would in fact be getting sequels, plural. According to Variety, Netflix and Sony have finalized a deal for the direct sequel, but animated movies simply take a long time to make. It's no surprise that K-pop Demon Hunters has garnered this much support for follow-ups. The film is literally the most popular thing Netflix has ever put out, even beating out Squid Game's first season, Wednesday, and Stranger Things. Despite releasing all the way back in June, it remained the second most popular movie to watch on Netflix last week, the week ending November 2nd, behind House of Dynamite, and has spent 20 weeks in a row in Netflix's top 10, usually in the first or second spot. 14 million people watched it last week alone. Yeah, I'd be hustling to get a sequel made too. K-pop Demon Hunters is available to stream on Netflix now, both in regular and sing-along formats. Filming has reportedly begun on Nintendo's live-action The Legend of Zelda movie, with shooting set to take place in New Zealand until April next year. A production listing filed by industry resource the Film and Television Industry Alliance has updated this week to reflect the project's current, quote, in-production status. Filming is listed as being based in Wellington, New Zealand, and fans are already hoping the location will give Nintendo's fantasy adventure the same kind of backdrop seen in Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Details of the project remain largely under wraps, other than Nintendo's announcement back in July that young actors Bo Bragason and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth will play Zelda and Link. A basic plot outline has also been shared, which describes the film as thus. The Legend of Zelda follows Link, a young warrior destined to protect the magical kingdom of Hyrule from the forces of darkness. The land is under threat from Ganon, a ruthless warlord who seeks the Triforce, an ancient relic said to grant limitless power. To stop him, Link must embark on a perilous journey, battling monstrous creatures, exploring treacherous dungeons, and solving intricate puzzles to uncover sacred artifacts that can aid him in his quest. Officially announced in November 2023, Nintendo's live-action The Legend of Zelda project is being produced by the company's legendary creative boss Shigeru Miyamoto, alongside Avi Arad, former CEO of Marvel Studios. Sony Pictures Entertainment will handle distribution in addition to co-financing the movie with Nintendo. Jurassic World's Derek Connolly is writing the screenplay, while Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes' Wes Ball will direct. Discussing the film in May 2024, director Wes Ball said the prospect of making an all-mocap Zelda movie, quote, probably isn't his choice after completing work on the green screen heavy Apes franchise. Instead, Ball said, The Legend of Zelda should feel grounded and real, something that New Zealand's backdrop will hopefully provide. The Legend of Zelda is currently set to launch on May 7th, 2027, a date shared again by Nintendo this week as it teased plans for a, quote, consistent release cadence of video game movies over the next few years, following the box office success of its Super Mario movie. Here's hoping that the start of filming will signal more news in the near future, including details of additional actors joining the movie's cast. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.